Torie Bliss sat on her patio, a soft cashmere throw around her shoulders as she stared into the distance. Beyond the iron fence that wrapped her property, the large evergreens that heralded the entrance to the imposing forest of trees swayed slightly in the evening breeze. Every now and then, a sudden rustling of branches would reach her ears as squirrels leaped from one treetop to another. In the distance, owls hooted and called to one another as they organized themselves into hunting parties that frightened so many of the smaller woodland creatures that scampered about. As the sun faded, the night air would blanket the North Carolina mountains, causing her to shiver just a little and draw her blanket tighter about her. Something moved and stretched next to her, and she looked down to see Leo sitting on the comfortable cushion. The little dragon sensed her chill and hopped down, scampering to the fire pit that was situated not far from where Torie sat. He climbed onto the rim of the circular stone pit and blew orange fire down into it, causing the pit to flare to life, the tinder and logs inside bursting into flames. Torie smiled, thankful for the warmth, and settled back, her thoughts far away, as Leo climbed back onto the outdoor sofa and curled up in her lap. She heard the back door open and close, and looked over to see Elric walking towards her, carrying 2 glasses and a bottle of wine. He set the bottle on the side table next to the sofa, poured the wine, and handed one of the glasses to her before seating himself. "Thank you," Torie said, lightly clinking her glass to his as he settled his body next to hers.
"I was going to ask if you wanted me to start a fire for you, but I see someone has already beat me to it."
Torie smiled, one hand stroking the dragon's back as he began to drift off to sleep in her lap.
"He has certainly come a long way," said Elric, "and it's obvious that he loves you."
Something in his voice made her look over at the werewolf, his eyes glinting in the crackling glow of the flames as he gazed out over the landscape. Torie reached over and took one of his hands in hers. "I know how you feel about me. You don't have to project it onto a dragon, Elric."
"I know. It's just that you've been so quiet lately, ever since Sable came to town. I know you need time and distance, and I'm willing to give you both. I just don't want you to ever think how I feel about you has changed."
At the mention of the she-wolf that had shown up at her housewarming party, Torie felt the corners of her mouth drop, and she shifted her weight uncomfortably. It took her a moment to realize she was squeezing Elric's hand a little harder than was necessary, and she forced herself to relax her grip. She sighed, dropping her head back to rest on the padded back of the sofa. "I'm sorry if I've given you the impression that I feel that way. But you're right, I need time to process." She wanted to add, it's not every day the man you opened your heart to tells you he has a fated mate he was preordained to be with forever.